Hey guys, it's Jenna with Dog Liaison Training, and today we are going to get your dog under control. It is one of the first things that I hear out of my client's mouth. They call me up and they say, Jenna, my dog is out of control. We need to get him to listen to me. We need to get him under control. He is unruly. And so we sit down for the eval, and the first thing I say is, okay, I'm hearing that your dog is out of control. That's a little vague to me. Can you be just a little bit more specific? And they go, well, he doesn't listen to me. And I'll say, okay, when do you want him to listen to you? And they'll go, all the time. And I'll say, okay, so for the next 15 years of your life, you want to have to tell your dog when to sit, how to sit, where to go, when to go, why to go. You want to have to tell your dog every step of his life. And they'll go, well, no, I mean, as he gets older, he's just going to start doing it on his own. I mean, he's going to grow out of it. So I need him to just do that. And I'll go, okay. So what your hope is that down the road, fast forward a year from now, 2 years from now, you don't have to really tell your dog to do a whole lot at all. He just kind of looks at a situation, does it on his own. And they go, yeah, that'll just happen. And I go, okay, so what you really described to me is a dog who is not under your control, but has his own decisions and makes his own choices, and for all intents and purposes is under his own control, right? And they go, okay, right? They want to play this out a little bit. And I go, listen, when you micromanage your dog, even if it's a puppy, if it's a 2-year-old dog that is a rescue that's new to your home, when you micromanage your dog, you are setting him up for codependency. And what ends up happening is they don't know how to problem solve because you've always been there to help them along the way. So let's use the example of the door. The front door. You have your leash, you have your dog, the door's closed, you want him to sit before he goes through the front door. Totally understandable, right? What I want you to do the next time is when you approach the door, don't say anything. Just stand there, leash in hand, and wait. And see what your dog will volunteer on his own. This is going to do a couple of things. One, he's going to start to problem solve. He's going to go, I went through this door. I can't crawl my way through this door. Mom's not opening the door for me. Dad's not opening it for me. I need to find a way to get that door open if I want to go on this walk. So he's going to start volunteering things. Perhaps the first thing he volunteers is a sit. That would be very likely, actually. But perhaps he actually volunteers something else. Perhaps he volunteers a bark. Still not alarming to me. As a trainer, if a dog barks at me, I go, you know what? He tried something, right? I'm still going to inform him that, hey, that's not what I was looking for. What I actually want is a sit, and I'll get to that in a moment. I'm still going to tell him what I'd rather see instead of the bark, but at least he was critically thinking. At least he was offering me something, and I'm shaping him up to individualism, right? So if your dog doesn't offer a sit on his own without you saying anything, what you want to do is give him the sit cue, or whatever cue you use to get him in that position. You want to give him the sit cue as a hint. And this is really important. When you start thinking of the sit cue as an order, like you're barking a command, when you start thinking of it that way, you are basically setting yourself up for having to do that forever. But as a connotation, when you start thinking of it as, hey, I'm giving you a hint of what you should do right now, and not just what you should do right now, but what you should do for the next 15 years of your life every time you come to the front door, when you start thinking of it as a hint, you're much less likely to expect him to perform it, right? You take that social pressure off of it. The tone becomes a little lighter. Instead of saying sit, you're going to say sit, right? And you're offering it as a suggestion. Likely if the dog is proficient in his sit cue, that's also important. But if the dog is proficient in his sit cue, likely he's going to perform it because he's already assessed that I need to get through this door. I need to do whatever is recommended of me so to get through this door, right? So what I want you to think of is giving that pause and allowing his brain to think strategically. Allowing him to, even if maybe he got really silly for a second because you pulled out the leash and now he's all excited and he's dancing at the door. Give him a moment to stop being so silly just for a second. You don't need to even say anything. Just stand at the door, pause, breathe, let him think, and let him offer you something. And when he finally gives you the preferred, the desired behavior, open the door, walk through. All right. So that is a recommendation on getting your dog under control, and how really the best step to get your dog under control is to relieve your own control. And if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. If you're one of my current clients, please give your dog a treat for me, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. And my next video will come out soon.